Let's take the old classic when they talk about when one's pregnant wife asks the husband, "Do I look fat in this dress?" And the husband says, "No, you look beautiful." A little white lie, doesn't want to hurt feelings, etc., etc. Well, why? Why did he lie? What was he afraid of was going to happen by saying, and why would it have to be something negative? You say, "Darling, you look pregnant and beautiful and wonderful. But yes, the dress is a little tight." What's so wrong with that? So what is the fear that compels the lie? Well, I don't want to hurt her feelings. I don't want to upset her. Okay. Why? What happens if you were to do that? Well, there might be a fight. She might not leave the house on time. We might be late to see my parents. Making all of this up, of course. Okay. And then what happens? Oh, well, then my parents think I'm irresponsible and she's going to be in a bad mood and then she's not going to like me. And then, I'm going to have to deal with tempers and arguments and fights. And it's just easier if I just lie. Okay. Maybe in the very short term, that is true. Maybe it would be easier to just lie. But what is one really robbing oneself of? What is this hypothetical gentleman robbing himself of? What he's robbing himself of is the opportunity for intimacy, for trust, to actually be there for his wife, to actually support her, to actually just be present and honest. Because in the question, "Do I look fat in this?" why is she asking that? What's she feeling right now? And we can assume maybe she's feeling insecure. Maybe she's feeling insecure that she's not attractive to her husband anymore. I mean, I'm assuming if she's asking, "Do I look fat in this?" it's because she's worried about how she looks. And why would she be worried about her looks? I'm assuming it would be because she doesn't want to be not attractive to her husband. Why would she be worried about that? What might she be worried about is going to happen? That he's going to see her as pregnant and fat, and therefore I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm going to have an affair. And as ridiculous as that might sound, in my experience of working with numbers of people in all sorts of different capacities, the fears do come down to, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, I'm unworthy, I'm unlovable. Or maybe in the case of attachment styles, it does mean that, the fear is that I am going to be left. What would the husband actually have the opportunity to do in this instance? Well, the husband could turn around and say, not even answer the question. You say, "My darling, you look beautiful. How are you feeling right now? How are you?" And give her the space. Give her the space to communicate honestly. "I'm feeling insecure. I'm feeling uncomfortable. I'm feeling unattractive." Right. What are you worried about? "I'm worried about you might leave me. I'm worried I'm not enough." Well, now we're having an intimate conversation. Now he has the opportunity to reassure her. And he might say, "I'm worried I'm not enough for you. I'm worried that maybe my career isn't going the way it should do, or that our house isn't big enough. I'm worried that I'm disappointing you." And she gets to say, "No, I thought I was disappointing you." And they get to come together in that moment and they get to hold each other. They get to be vulnerable together. And this is how trust is built. This is how intimacy is built. So even in the case of a little white lie being done for the greater good, it's still being told out of fear. And in acting on fear, the greatest crime is what the honesty is what if they were brave enough to be vulnerable, to not make it about them, but the fear robs them of that opportunity for intimacy. It robs them of that opportunity for